Hey everyone, welcome back. Alright, so what we are going to do now is to add more steps. So I will click Add Steps, and now you can see that we have more open steps. We will start by the Add Column step. This step enables us to add columns based on a function, on calculations, and etc. We will examine some examples in a second. I will call it add column. I will click the plus, and now I have to say what type the column is going to be. I will take the decimal. What I want to do here is to calculate the profit of the product, the profit from the sale. So it will be the sale amount minus the total cost of the product. And let's give the column a name, and we will call it profit. And here we are going to do the calculate itself. Okay. So here we have our canvas for building the functions. You can see here that we have in the columns, we have a list of all our columns. Then we have constants like true, false, operators like basic mathematical operators and logical operators. And then we have a lot of built-in functions. So we have datetime functions, logical functions like if, is now, mathematical functions, and string functions. When we want to choose a function or a column, we just double click on it and it will bring it here. And we have also down here explanation of the function, and if we have errors, so he writes that here. And here we also can just write things or erase. So this is for the general explanation. So what we want to do here is to take the sales amount. Here we can see also the preview. I will show this here. So we have the sales amount, and I want to do it minus the total product cost. This already take in consideration the order quantity. And I just want to do sales amount minus total product cost. So we are going to take from here sales amount. So sales amount and minus total product cost. Double click, and I will do preview. And now you can see that we have a new column with the name of profit. We can see that it's also makes sense in the numbers, like it's around 120, and that's what we got here. Perfect. So I will click apply. Perfect. So add column, profit. Let's add now some more columns. Let's extract the month and the year from the order date. So it says that I didn't save, and he's right. So first I will click save. Data was successfully saved. I can do also the preview again to see the data with the new column. So here is our column, the profit, but it's empty. Let's see why. Let's enter again. Click on that will refresh the expression and show what we did, but I will try to re-enter the formula and refresh the model. Okay, now we can see that the profit is full. I just had to refresh and apply again the same as we did, and we can see now that the profit is fine. Perfect. So I will save it, and let's take another step of add column. And now let's call it extract month. I will click on the plus. Column type, it will be integer, because we just want to take out the month of the date from the date. Okay, so now let's take the order date, and in the functions we can go to the date time, and as you can see there are a lot of built-in functions here you can use. Now we will use the get month. So get months, and here you can see an explanation of what we have to do, and inside the get months we have to take the column, the order date. Alright, so here is our order date, and we can see here the month that is extracted from it. Let's do apply, and the name of this column will be order month. Alright, I will do save, and let's do another one like this, and now we will extract the year. So we'll take the plus, column type integer. So from the date time functions we'll go to the get year, and from the columns we'll take again the order date, and let's do also preview, and here you can see we have the extracted years as well. Alright, perfect. I will do apply, I will refresh here, and let's preview. Save first. Now let's preview all the data with these two steps, with the extract month, extract year, and actually with all the steps. The idea here is that you will see the preview data until the step that you are found inside it. So if we are in the last step, we will see all the data after all the manipulations and all the steps we just did. So here we have the month, here we have the year. I see we didn't change the column name, I will do it in a second, and here we have the profit. So let's change here, we call it order year. Perfect. So till here we tried to use some basic operators, and then we tried to use some date functions. So now I want to try to use a text function. So I will do it again, add column, text function. So what I want to do here is to, first of all, we will use the string, and I will show you in a second what I want to do, and then we will change the column name as well. Let's open the editor. So now we are going to use the string. So I want to take the first two letters from the order number, and you can see that the sales order number contains letters and then number, so I want to cut the first two letters. So for that we can use the substring, and here we have explanation, string start position, retrieve a substring from a string, the substring starts at start position. Actually, let's take this substring, here we have more options. So string start position and length, and the length is how much we want to take. So we want to start, our string will be a column, so we don't need this. We just have to take the order number, sales order number, and then here we have to tell him from where we want to cut. It will be the first, and we want to take 2 letters. Let's preview that. Okay, so actually we can see here that the first position is not including the first letter, so we have to write here a 0 and not 1. And let's preview again, and then you can see we have the first 2 letters. So I will click apply, and let's call it order letters, and I will refresh it and save. Perfect. And last one calculation I want to add here with the add column is to I want to use a logical function. I want to use the if, and what I want to do is to check if the profit is above 0, we will want to write positive, and if it's below 0, we will write negative, and if it's 0, we will write 0. So we'll do add column, we'll call it add call if profit. We can call it profit desk from description, and it will be a string, and let's open the editor. Now, because the profit was the first thing we calculated in the first step, I will change the name of the step in a second, that it will be more clear, that it will be better to understand. So because the step here is after the first step, so we can use the new column we added in the first step. So this is not a problem. Alright, so the profit is here. So we will go to the logical functions, and we will use the if, and here we have an explanation. So first clause true value, last clause true value, false value. So we will start with our condition. So if column, now we will have here the profit. Let's find it. So if the profit is greater than 0, then we want it to write positive. If the profit is below 0, we want it to write negative. We can also, for it to be clearer, we can also do here like this, negative. And last, this will put down here, if the profit is equal to 0, we will write 0. All right. Okay, you can see that he signed us here the comma, because we have here 2 commas. So I will delete that. And let's see what else we miss here. We just miss here one more argument, the false value. So actually we can cancel this, and the 0 will be if it's not this and not this, else it will be 0. So let's preview. All right, perfect. We'll do apply. We will refresh here, save, and let's preview all the data. All right, so here we have the profit, here we have the profit description, the order letters, the order year, order months. Perfect. Let's just change the name of this step, add column, this will be profit. Alright, I will save that as well. It's important that your steps names will be clear. Alright, this is it for the add column steps. Now we will go to examine more type of steps.